The busy builder is now live. Streaming miniatures.
Hello.
Looks like love at first sight.
Aries Studios, thank you for the resub. How you doing? You off today or are you at work? Yeah, I'm not feeling too hot myself. Wife brought home a chest cold that's hitting me in the sinuses and stuff. It's probably why I wasn't on Mondays. I was starting to feel it. It's good to see everybody here. Don't get in trouble if you get caught watching me. But the good news is the amount of savings I can put away has doubled. So hopefully that'll have a quicker turnaround on things. I'm gonna have to repaint the aluminum on these with everything I'm removing. That's fine. Let me know if anything's too loud or sounds too weird. But I'll be off Sunday and Tuesday next week. However, Tuesday I will not be on. Having some pretty extensive dental work done, so I will not be in a position to really do or say much. I'll probably be hopped up on some form of painkillers. But the saving is going slowly but surely. Excuse me. I have the hiccups. These seats are this nasty bright green vinyl. And yes, it is a literal marble in the bottles for the agitator. I don't know how much construction there's going to be today. We're going to be doing a lot of painting crap on sprues, apparently. Like the radio's here, batteries there. I'll have to see what it allows me to kind of mess around with. Can't do anything on the outside yet because I haven't assembled it. Before I can assemble the outside, I have to get the inside finished. Yeah, this paint doesn't have the best coverage. We'll make it work. Alright, so battery box. I can probably get these assembled off sprue and paint them up. Thought I heard Mittens meowing. I ordered the rest of the figures I need for the Bradley today, too. I'll stream as much as I can today. I'm still not feeling right. I think the wife brought this, whatever it is, home from a conference she went to. And I literally just got over a head cold a couple weeks ago. Come on, I don't want to slice my thumb. What's everybody else's plans for the weekend? So these get painted light gray, dark gray bar, green box. So I'm going to throw them together, paint the box green, and go from there. Yeah, we won't be working on her for another couple weeks. I like to let the resin prints kind of sit and breathe a little bit. That way they can fully cure up before I start painting them. And that way if there's any unexpected leakages or structural problems, I can address them before I paint it. Over there. And the radios. That's odd. That's what I mean by the coverage isn't that great on that. Or is this what Games Workshop means by 2.5 coats? I don't know. Come on, I just bought some light gray. Where is it? I am always losing my stuff. I'll just use this one. There we go. Paint's too thin. Go. So how's the new pupper doing, Aries? Why don't I trust this? That's better. So do they also do behavioral training there? I don't remember if I asked that before. Gotcha. So that's all up to you. At least the ejector pin marks are under where something gets glued on. Where did it go? I could have sworn I kept those up here. Looking for my square jaw pliers. Oh, they're over by the printer. One moment. Alright, I'm back. Oh, Ares found another issue with the Generation Zero tank head part. The shoulder piece, you know, the part that you took off the top of the head, shouldn't have that big round ring on the bottom of it. That's actually part of the head. No big deal, I can just Dremel off the one I've got. It'll be messy, but I can do it. I'm not going to spend that much more resin just to replace that. It only calls for 3 radios. I think those seats are dry enough now, I can get them in place. How about you, Craven? You got anything that you're planning on doing this weekend? At least the weather's finally good here for once. A little too good. Hey Davos. What you doing? Either way, I'm gonna have a lot of paint touch-up. Oh well. Well, why are you scratching your truck up? You shouldn't be doing that. Yay, fumble fingers. That's what you get when you try and build models when you're sick. Again. Well, if my wife would stop bringing flu bugs home, then yeah. She went to a conference for her work, and that's when it got worse. It's hitting her harder than it hit me. But I think it's because I've already had a cold this season, so this is just a mutation of that same one. So it's like I'm already half ready for it. So once I get these seats together, I'm going to test fit them and see just how much of the backside shows. That'll help me if I have to paint that or not. And I know why they molded it like this. Well, these are all local people, but it's still the same thing, just crap going around. That and having to put, having to turn the AC on in the middle of March is not normal. We're normally not putting the AC on till May. Okay, so how do these stick on exactly? They go onto the nubs right there. Alright. So in other words, too big for my fingers. Great.
O9G Davos asks, what's your opinion on adding motorized parts to kits?
Normally it's alright.
20 said, hey there.
Hey, model student. To me, overall, it depends on how often you're going to use it, whether or not it's worth the extra effort.
O9G Davos said, hey student.
Oh, and I did order a P51D from my father's unit. It'll be here Monday. Or not my father's, my grandfather's unit. Duh.
O9G Davos said they make 3 versions of the mold from Thunderbird that either have a hand crank, a wind-up motor, or an electric motor.
Again, it really depends on
20 said, nice.
how it works when it's on display. Like, is it something where you can push a button and it reconfigures?
Said that'll be a full build builder.
You know, it depends on how often you're really going to use it. You know, it's a bit different than a starship with lights, where you can turn the lights on and just sit back and enjoy it. Like, if it was radio controlled, that would be cool. Because then you could take it outside and mess around with it.
But the model student 20 said, waving hand emoji.
Yeah, I bought it was on Amazon for like 30 bucks. It's the Tamiya 51. Already comes with blue nose markings and a Jeep. Meep. Yeah, I've been trying to work on this kit, but it's a bit more tedious than I was expecting, so I just figured I'd just knuckle under and start working on it. Being tired isn't helping at all. But I can't lay around in bed all day either, or else that starts to hurt. So one of these battery boxes goes here. And the other one goes up here. I need medium gray. That'll work. So that way I can get this installed, and then I can begin to glue in the seats. And then it's all going to get dirtied and dusted up at the same rate anyway. This part just doesn't want to be picked up, does it? No, there's no locating tabs, so why do they have that? What kind of paint scheme are you going for? I haven't been really able to keep up on the videos lately. My own production rate's down at the moment, so... Now, is yours the Night Fighter? Depending on the unit, yeah, 75, 76 is right for the upper fuselage. Unless it's one of the oddballs like the HE-219 unit, where it had a black belly, and then the upper parts were coated in RLM 75, and then after that they were squiggled with, I want to say, 63. Other people thought it used to be dots of dark gray over a light gray, when it turns out it was actually squiggles of light gray over a dark gray. leaving dot-like looks in between the squiggles. And they found that out when they were restoring the HE-219 for the Smithsonian. Yeah, so if you want to do a black belly one, obviously do the belly in, you know, either solid black or NATO black, whichever one you feel like. And then base coat it in 75, which to me a dark gray is a perfect match. And then RLM 63 squiggles. I can show you on a 72nd scale 219. I just got to be careful showing it on camera because of certain markings.
At the model sheet of 20 says black on bottom, then a dark going to light on the top and sides with squiggles.
Yep, that sounds right. Yeah, they do sit up like that. Most Revell kits won't have the certain markings because they are sold in Germany and Europe, and they don't allow that marking. I have the DML 219, and the Asian market allows for that because it's not considered illegal to have that. But YouTube also doesn't like that certain marking. And I only put it on there because of history. I didn't put it on there because, ooh, I like it. No, that's bullshit. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing compares to the Bradley 2. Though I don't think there was ever a variant of this that had tow missile launchers. There is the one that had the... It had a variation of the scimitar turret applied to it. I forget what it's called. Or is it a ferret turret? But they had a different name for it. I want to say that box gets painted aluminum too. Or gray. Gray. I'm gonna go with gray. Don't do that.
At the model student 20 said I was kind of wondering if they would take down my bid. Due to the marking appearing in every illustration of the book I have
you've got to be careful with that. I mean, I'm all for historical accuracy, don't get me wrong. But there's certain people who tend to propagate their videos with that thing and claim they're just model builders. It makes you kind of scratch your head a little bit. It's like, yes, Panzer IIIs in Russia did use that flag on top of the tank as an aerial identification thing. if you don't absolutely need to have it on your model, don't put there. Unfortunately, in the case of German aircraft, you need it because it was on the tail. Let's get the radio rack assembled. I was thinking that when I was watching it the other day too, and so far you haven't been hit, so... But I know it's got other model builders struck. It could be a setting they had too, or it was for certain audiences, things like that. But... I don't know. I'm just of the camp where if it's supposed to be there, then yeah, have it. If there's a way that you can do it without having it, try that first. I kind of look at it this way. A lot of the 3D print files I get come with a nude option. Can I print those? Yes. Why would I want to? I can't display it in my house. You think my wife's going to enjoy walking around the house having a bunch of topless resin figures around? It's kind of creepy. That
At the model student 20 said I should print some pre-blurred details for sensitive viewing.
if anything, just cut a piece of low-tack masking tape, paint it black, and just put it over it on the model if you ever take video of it. That's what they used to do on the box art. You know, all the Hasegawa kits would have that marking blacked out with a black diamond. It got so bad that when Dragon released their 35th scale mouse kit back in '93, a certain Austrian painter was on the box art, and they had his face blacked out. I thought it was funny. Yeah. And it's sad that it's gotten to that point where you can use it as a chance to teach the history and all the bad that came from it. Instead, we're burying our head in the sands and... yeah. That's enough for that for now. stick. There we go. Yeah, so far my back and knees aren't bothering me too much today. But it's almost stand up and stretch break time too. Yeah, that assembly's just fiddly as all hell. Good thing the interiors of these aren't very clean, so I can take some liberty and really dirty the hell out of it. Sorry it's a slow progress day, but it is a progress day. Okay. Just a little bit of wet gray paint. Sorry, I keep hitting the microphone. Not enough to refill all the detail, but enough to just basically touch on all the dials and faces and stuff. There we go. That's right, I didn't lock the focus depth. With it being silver, that might not be easy to do anyway. Some touch-ups going. And no, this isn't to replicate bare metal. Most of the interiors of UK armored vehicles were actually painted silver. Don't know if they still do it, but I know it was not uncommon back then. Just touching up where I had to take all the little nubs off. And I may not have painted it that well when it was on the sprue. And any glue mess-ups. We are going to take our first break and get up and move around a little bit. I'll be back in a few. Okay, we're back. Just need to see something here. Get some more music going. There we go. Where are we next on this? So I need these. They all get painted black. So the G sprue, that's E. That's B. And F. F, okay. F26. I still need to see which color I have that fits the external color best. I still feel like Tamiya Field Gray is the best one. Now, I'm probably not going to go super stupid with this. I know up in this area of the driver's compartment, there's a whole bunch of different hoses and wires that run all over the place. Honestly, I don't think I'd be able to see most of them, so I'm not going to bother adding them. I've seen other people do it on their builds. Yeah. G31, G10. But we're going to paint them on the sprue. Maybe. Really? They gotta be surrounding this shit? I'll glue it in and paint it. Where all the connections are is where I need... They'll be visible, so I have to cut it off and paint it first. Or not first, but, you know. I have to cut it off, clean it up, and then install it. Like that. Yeah, so far there's been no fit problems, but this one's not as fun as the M60 was. The rest of that dries up a little bit. I want to get the pads on here painted so then I can go back and paint the little details. To see the extent of those. It looks like this whole area is that tan color. So we know Model Student is working on a BF-110. What's everybody else tinkering on? And will Ares Studios ever finish his Event Horizon model?
O9G Davos said it'd need 3 sets of hands to count that out for you builder.
Well, you got your hands and your feet.
Aris_Studios said I am thinking about it.
Yes, but thinking and doing are not the same thing. Just start out with a rattle can gray primer on it and go from there. Yeah, that's about as smooth and even looking as peanut butter in the winter. I'll just have to put another coat on. That last bit on there. This little bugger. The worst thing I hate about having a cold/flu is just the disconnected feeling that you have. Like it feels like you're not piloting or controlling your own body, you're just watching it. That's what I'm feeling right now. Excuse me. Get these out of the way. So I did skip ahead a bit. I wasn't really supposed to build these like this, but I did, which is fine. G32.
model student 20 said we're in the slipstream. I'll just float along conserving energy.
That's kind of how I feel right now, just bleh. Like, today may only be a 2-hour stream just from how I'm feeling. I know it's not good for you guys watching, but it's just it's how it's feeling right now, you know? G32. Look, I know I need to not take a nap today, but my eyes just feel that kind of heavy. I call it the nap trap. G18 and G4. Can't lose that little bit. Good lord.
At the model student 20 said, "Ah, the power nap I found. Now I'm up all night. I don't take them." Not sure what that's about.
Well, for me, it's not even a power nap. It's just my body saying, you need sleep. Even though I just slept all night. Just... blech. We'll see how I'm feeling at the end of the second hour. It's just difficult to concentrate on stuff like this when you can feel your energy level just dropping like a stone. It's definitely not 9,000. Does anyone do a warrior that has an interior? If this is the English equivalent to the M113, the warrior is their equivalent to the Bradley. There we go. Starting to look a bit more complete now. Now to assemble the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 7-piece chair. Good God. For the driver's seat. And I still can't find any good Cold War British infantry. G47. Oh, that's going to be a right pain to get off there. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And that. Yeah, that part can go, just go fuck itself for right now. If it's not visible, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not visible. It's on the underside of the chair. Just a small handle of some sort. Just decided to shatter as I was trying to get it off the sprue. Could I replace it with wire? Probably. Am I going to? Probably not. Yeah, when I fall into the nap trap, though, it's not a power nap. It's a solid 3 hours of my life I'll never get back. Some days you need it, most days you don't. Okay, I see how that goes now. There we go. There. Now get a little more aluminum, paint the seat frame. I'd already painted some of it, but not all of it. And we'll probably make the seat cushion the same gaudy green. No, it looks like just a khaki green color. Okay. It's not the same as the vinyl covers on the seats. There it is. I forgot to put the seat height adjustment lever in. How foolish.
beef no seed lever. The humanity. Grinning face with sweat emoji.
Yeah, just whatever this is definitely hitting my sinuses, my throat. Every time I swallow, I can feel like the area inside my nose just hurt.
Model student 20 said, still looks W-A-Y cool.
Have you figured out the magic number of A's to put in there to get it to do that? Seems like 5 or 6. Too many and it does something else. What is that? Ammo box. Need to see if I can find some files for some L85s, print them out and put them in this too.
But the model student 20 said 5.
6 is too many. Is 6 way too many? I think the bolt detail on the side of the seat's making it not fit. Really? We're gonna do this? Just that little bit right there. So far, everything else has fit perfectly. Yeah, there's some things I still have to glue on here, but I'd rather get it in first.
At the model student 20 said, I don't know about where you are, but here they have been doing a lot of environmental engineering. I think it affects people adversely.
I just live in a desert which has oddly been way too fucking warm for the winter. We really didn't have a winter. And now it's been up to 85 degrees, so I have to have the AC on early. So I think everything's just getting dried out on top of whatever the hell my wife brought home. See, that just dropped right together. A lot of other people are like, oh, it's allergies, it's this, it's that. No, this is something else entirely.
At the model student 20 said, yeah, that is starting to get busy and there lots of details.
Definitely a model you have to eat like an elephant. One bite at a time. And you really have to make sure everything is seated. Because if it's not, when you try and put the outer hull together, it won't fit.
At the model student 20 said, a flu just swept through here. All my friends and fam got it. Only I and I alone escaped unscathed.
Well, you remember right before I took my week off work, I had that stupid head cold. Right? And now I got this. It's like, what the fuck, you know? Knee again. So G20. It's that little lever right there. It's going to be the end of me. It goes right in the shifter there. There we go. Yeah, a lot of these other things that gotta be glued on are all black.
I got that in December. Bad head chest cold. Didn't last too long, though thankfully I hate the flu worse, though fair sure why worse.
See, that time it didn't work. It was way worse. Oh, it's showing me the seat stowed or in use. Okay. I was trying to figure out what it was doing here.
Said she's fickle.
There. G15, 13, and 11. Sorry. Yeah, I'd like to find some 70s or 80s, most likely 80s, British troops to put in this. I'll have to have a hunt around online, see if anybody makes some. Yeah, even though this vehicle wasn't used in the Falklands, I think if I search for British Falklands figures, I'll find some appropriate looking ones. An 80s British tank crew. While those bits for here are drying, let's go over here. Get G5 painted as well. And then we get to put on my favorite part. Craven knows this one. G36. Alright. That goes like that. Alright, that one's in, and I can get the other one in. Because I've already got the seats on this side done, the battery box, so yeah, I can get that one in. Yeah, all I can do is suffer through these stupid-ass symptoms until it's gone. Hopefully it won't be too long. I really wish they would have made an FV434 though. Okay, I need B50 times 2. Did I have the presence of mind to actually get these painted silver ahead of time? Mostly. I did. Alright, so I know this little bugger notches in here and goes down to here. So it goes in there. Okay, and it attaches right there on that tab. There we go. Yeah, that'll be easy to touch up. Let's get this one cleaned up, do the same. This one actually tabs into a slot. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to cut today's stream a little short, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll be feeling a little better by Sunday, just kind of just lightheaded. Like I said, sinuses are hurting me. I want to just go lay down on the couch and watch a movie, pass out or something, I don't know. Don't want to get the nap trap, but the nap trap might get me. That's never good. That's better. It's not trying to bow outward now. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I can't do much more than that. I gotta kind of let this set and dry anyway. We got quite a bit gone in here. Because I think after all this, we're going to start jumping over to the outside walls. Still got to do the seat and the little stuff. Yeah, we start jumping over to the walls of the crew compartment. After that, it should be pretty quick. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll be in a feeling better Sunday. Like I said, Tuesday I am off, but I won't be streaming. I've got a lot of dental work to do that day, so I probably won't be in a position to talk very well. But yeah,